KD9MED, KD9MED. K9RFD.
KD9MED.
Good evening, Mike. How's my signal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Signals real.
Okay, sounds good. We'll start. We'll hold the net here on this the repeater then. Thanks. We'll be calling the net here in exactly 10 minutes.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Okay, we'll let you know when to start recording. Okay, well, talk to you in about 10 minutes. K9RFD, we'll be.
Yep, copy that, Jimmy. I've got the live stream already started up and going.
Okay, will do. Thanks. K9RFD will be calling the net in 10 minutes.
Okay, check 1, 2.
The Friday Night Fun Net is on the air. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the special Radio Expo edition of the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located here in Freeport, and I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. This is what this hobby of amateur radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. The secondary purpose of this net is to provide an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net is being live streamed around the world via the internet. It's also being recorded for a future rebroadcast on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Mike, KD9MED down in Rochelle, is doing the honors tonight. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 plus offset. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have PL capability, or the PL on your radio is not working properly, you can check into the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency, the straight 610 simplex. If I hear you, I will nod you and check you in the net. Also, as I stated, this net is being live streamed around the world on the internet. Those of you who are listening on the internet, go ahead and check in via the internet with Mike, KD9MED in Rochelle, and he in turn will relay your internet check-in to me via the radio. Also, Ron, N2RON, in South Boyd has got Echolink connected. Those of you who wish to check in via the Echolink, well, you know what to do with that. I'll take your check-ins via the Echolink. Also, if you're on the 6, you can hear the repeater, but you can't get to it due to conditions. You're too far away from it. You don't have internet access. You can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232. 3636 or 232-FN, local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check in on the radio if possible. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take short time on most stations. If you have to concentrate on your driving, or you got some family time, got something else going on, you can't stay for the net, I'll take your short time check-in. If you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. After we get done with short time on mobile stations, we'll take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. When you check in the net, state whether or not you have traffic. Your traffic consists of breakfast, bike rides, marathons, and, of course, the Hamfest. You got the CFMC Hamfest coming up this coming Sunday. More about that later. Okay, we'll do our regular features. We'll do the W9UIJ Carl's Corner. This is our TechNet portion. In honor of our late great friend and colleague, Carl Larson, W9UIJ. He used to run a couple of TechNets on a couple of different repeaters several years ago. He used to read stuff from different ham radio publications about electrical principles, propagation, or theory, and what have you. So, if you have any technical questions, what kind of an antenna should I put up on my tower? What kind of, am I having a problem with my amplifier or power supply? What kind of a radio should I get? We shouldn't have any problems here with this coming Sunday with the CFMC Hamfest. If you have technical questions, please feel free to ask them, and we'll do our best to answer them for you. Also, we will do the W9 Gene Duncan DX Corner in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time we checked into this net, he always had a DX report to pass along. I want to make this announcement here. I will not be having a swap net tonight. We'll save that for next Friday night. I feel it's not, with the Hamfest coming up this Sunday, I don't think it's really fair to have a swap net just 2 days before the Belvedere Hamfest. So there will be no swap net segment tonight. Again, we'll do that next Friday night. Okay. Okay, we had 2 hours 35 minutes that last week. Of course, it was all about cheese days. Most everybody said they liked cheddar cheese. Cheese days was in Monroe, Wisconsin last weekend, and we had 38 check-ins overall. We'll see how long we go tonight, and we'll see how many check-ins we get. Okay, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short-time remote stations I'd like to check in? The Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
Yeah, KZT, Larry.
KD9HKX, Larry and Roscoe. Short time, no traffic.
Okay, we got 2 Larrys checking in. K9KZT Larry in Rockford, King of CW. We got you checked in. Thank you for checking in. You have a good email. We'll talk to you tomorrow night on the Saturday evening ride tune net. Also, Larry, K9HKX in Roscoe. I've got you checked in. Thank you for checking in. You have a good evening. We'll definitely talk to you tomorrow night on the Saturday evening ride tune net. Thanks for checking in. Any more short-time remote stations who want to check in, please call now.
KC9QPO, Paul Lowe's Park. Start time, no traffic.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe. Short time, no traffic.
Okay, I've got 2 more stations checked in short time. KC9QPL, Paul and Lowe's Park. We got you checked in, Paul. You have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Maybe we'll catch you tomorrow night on the rag tune net. Also, AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe. Thank you for checking in. You have a good evening. We'll definitely talk to you tomorrow night also. Any more short-time remote stations you want to check in, please call now.
KD9VHH, Dwayne and Rockford. Short time, no traffic.
KD9VHH, Dwayne and Rockford have got you checked in, Dwayne. I don't know if you've checked in this net or not, but if not, welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net, and welcome to this wonderful hobby of Rapture Radio. Won't be long, we'll be hearing the new Kilo Echo 9 stations that check in. So, okay, have a good evening, and you 73, thank you for checking in. Any more short-time remote stations you want to check in, please call now. Oh, yes, the round table tonight. All about the Chicago FM Club CFMC Hamfest. I'm going to ask everybody, are you going to the Hamfest? Are you looking to buy something? And are you looking just to meet people or do both? Also, this was a suggested topic by Larry, K9KCT last night, during after the Health and Tech Net last night. What are you really looking to buy at a Hamfest? So we'll talk about that. Okay. Any more short-time on both stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Day before we move to regular check-ins? Please call now. Okay, we have 5 short-time stations. Okay, let's go with the general check-ins. I would, at this time, I'll take any general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Day. Please call now.
Whiskey 3, Mike Bravo X-Ray, Matt and Rockford, no traffic.
This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net, the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transferring for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. W3MBX, Matt and Rockford. Got you checked in, Matt. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KB9SSV, Mike Roscoe, no traffic.
KD9SSV, Mike and Roscoe got checked in. Mike, I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for the roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
KD9MED, Cary and Rockford.
KD9MED, Cary and Rockford, the Duke of Digital DX. Okay, Cary, I've got you checked in. We'll look forward to, we'll get back to you in a few minutes for your DX report, and then we'll also get back later on to you for the roundtable. So, okay, thanks for checking in, Cary. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
KD9MED.
Protocol sign November.
K9MED, Mike in Rochelle. He is live streaming this net around the world via the internet. He's also recording it for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Okay, Mike, thanks for all you do. We'll get back to you in a few minutes to roundtable. And any more general check-ins in Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Just want to share that with you, over.
Well, I appreciate that. I've got it all written down. I'm going to go. I'm going to verify the state that you just said, and then I'm going to go work on it.
Roger.
Okay, well, there be no further check-ins from Northern Illinois. At this time, I'll take general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin. Any general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on now.
That's New Mexico.
Alpha 9, Victor Uniform. Michael in Janesville, have no traffic.
Clayton at Lake State Park in New Mexico. Thank you, sir. Good luck. N9W.
AE9VU, Mike in Janesville. Got you checked in, Mike. I'll get back to you in a few minutes to roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Well, it's Friday Night Fish right now in Wisconsin. Everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, or tavern. Eating their catfish, buffalo, carp, northern pike, walleye, muskie, crappies. Those of you in the Milwaukee area, you're eating your Polish sausages, hot dogs, rats, kielbasa, and brunch. Well, of course, your cheese will ever eat some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. Okay, at this time, I don't take check-ins from anywhere in Northern Illinois or Southern Wisconsin who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now. Okay, again, this coming Sunday is the CFMC Hamfest. It'll get underway at the at Radio Expo. It'll be getting underway at 6 a.m. Sunday morning. I think all the the outdoor vendors they'll open their exhibits at 6 a.m. and of course the main buildings will open up at 8 a.m. So let's see. There'll be tickets. I believe. I believe they're $10 at the door. You just find out. What when you get there. So it's going to be from 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. however you want to look at until 3 p.m. There will be a VE testing session from 9 a.m. until noon. So that's. Anybody listening, especially on scanners, those of you for getting your technician's license, you'll be happy to know there will be a VE testing session at the Belvedere Hamfest, Boone County Fairgrounds from 9 a.m. until noon. So, okay, that's hope to see you one and all. As far as I think I got a ride, but I think what I'm trying to do, I'm going to see if I can have a backup plan in case something else happens. So. Okay. Does anybody else have any traffic they'd like to pass along for the net? so like I said, hopefully see one and all there. So that's really, the weather is supposed to be good. So it's going to be, I'll be on the chilly side, unfortunately. But that's the way it goes there. So okay, I'll tell you what. There'll be no further traffic. Let's go ahead with our TechNet portion. The W9UIJ College Corner. Are you having a problem with your amplifier or power supply? What kind of an antenna should you put up on your tower? What kind of a radio should you get? You have technical questions? Please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Anybody have any technical questions? Please go ahead. Okay, no technical questions, so let's go ahead with the W9 Gene Duncan DX corner. In honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time you checked his net, you always had a DX report to pass along. Okay, anybody have any DX reports that they'd like to pass along? Please go ahead.
KB9SSV.
KD9SSV, go ahead, Mike. What do you got for us?
Well, not a whole heck of a lot. It's only some European and South American stations. Didn't get nothing like Korea or Australia or nothing. Got numerous Italy, Germany. Let's see here, what the heck else here did we get here? Brazil, Argentina, and I got a couple more countries over there. Just can't read my messy writing here. I still do the old time paper logging here. I got probably about half the countries in South America though, and Italy, Germany, and the Bavarian countries over there. That's about it on the DX stuff, and it was all on 15 meters. Back to net.
Okay, 15 meters. Okay, well that's great, Mike. Someone was telling me, I don't know if it was Mike AC9GO or not, but she was telling me the other night. I guess on the 10, I guess it was on 10 meters. Ukraine was really coming in.
Nah, I must have missed that one. Yeah, 10 meters is kind of sporadic, kind of like 6 meters. Sometimes you never know when it's there.
Yeah, that's about it. Of course, in my situation, I've never worked. Well, here at my home QTH, I've never worked stations. Well, other than on 10, 20, and 40, but that's about it. Any other band I didn't bother with, so okay. Thanks for your check-in, Mike, and for your DX report. We'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Okay. Any other station have any DX reports? Please go ahead.
KD9MED.
Just let me ID here. This is K9RFD Repeater, the Friday Night Fun, the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. Go ahead, Terry.
This is KD9MED. Thank you, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. I worked HF 5 days this week. 16 countries, no new countries, though. The only one I guess I'd brag a little bit about is GD0TEP. On 15 meters, that's Isle of Man. Western Europe is easy to work, but there aren't that many hams on Isle of Man, so I'll take an attaboy for that one. Brief reset. And now for the ones that got away. I've always got those for you on Fridays. For the first time, I heard Sri Lanka 4S6NCH coming in pretty loud on 15 meters, but he couldn't hear me. Too bad. On 20 meters, I heard A41KB. Oh man, that's a Middle Eastern country I don't have yet. Oh man, I wish I had it. Brief reset. And here's one of those fake countries that they give you credit for. 4U1WB, which is the World Bank in New York, on 20 meters. He was so loud, I turned off the radio and I was still hearing him. I mean, really loud, but for whatever reason he couldn't hear me at that point in time. So that was 20 meters. Brief reset. And then the last 2 days I've been messing around with UHF listening. I built myself a new UHF antenna and I wrote it up for the ham rag. You'll see that in the ham rag in a couple of months. And I'm finding all kinds of new signals that I didn't find before with my crummy antenna. This is the time of year when they're harvesting corn, and you pick up a few stations from the guys on tractors talking on UHF about it. That's it. KD9MED.
Okay, Kerry, sounds good. I'll tell you what. On one of the businessman frequencies here in Stevenson County, well, you see, that's let's see, 151.865. That frequency in Rockford, that's used by, I think was Lifeline Ambulance. Well, I'll tell you what, there are some farmers north of Freeport here that they use that for their chit-chat when they're on their combines or tractors or whatever you do. Well, that is a business band frequency, so they do have the right to use that frequency. So, but that's sometime by here sometime, and I think that's Buckeye Township, which is north of Freeport. They also plow. They're the snowplow drivers for the Buckeye Township. So I hear them that during the winter times. Sometimes I'll tell you what. Sometimes they carry on a conversation to beat the band. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, I get a kick out of listening to commercial band stuff. This last 2 days I've been focusing on 450 to 470. And with the new antenna, I picked up some new signals, and I've also been able to go back on some frequencies that I had before but hadn't identified yet because they weren't strong enough. Now they're strong enough that I can copy them. Some of them ident with CW call signs so I can figure out who they are. Some of them don't. Lots of school buses and taxis and factory. I love the factory conversations, you know, the foundries and steel vendors around here. Very interesting. KD9MED.
Oh yeah, so that's for sure. That sounds good. I used to monitor UHF frequency. Let's see, Star Ambulance. That's one of our private ambulance services here in Freeport and Stevenson County. Used to be on that frequency. I think they also Stewart's Security Service there. They have guards there at the different, like Micro Switch or Honeywell plants here, and what have all the different locations. You can hear them when they get on there. Sometimes they used to shoot the breeze there too. But yeah, some of those guys you listen to. The non-public safety agencies, I'll tell you what, they're sure fun to listen to sometimes.
When I worked in the shop, when I was a machinist, I liked the camaraderie there a lot more in the office because we could swap the dirtiest, most ribald jokes, you know, and we just have a ball while you're there. You can't do that when you're working in an office, you know, or working with customers or whatever, but it comes through on some of these forklift operators UHF. I used to get the UHF for the restaurant drive-throughs, but I don't hear those anymore. Not for about a year. KD9MED.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. You can hear what they're ordering. You want a burger or a hot dog or what they have there. So I'll tell you what. When my mother was alive, we used to during we did a major snowstorm, we'd have the county snow plows or they have the township snow plows. They go out and they shoot in the breeze and stuff. Finally, my mother would say, "Shut those so-and-sos off. I don't want to hear them." So I ended up having to shut that frequency off there.
Yeah, there's and so forth. And let's face it, someday all radio traffic's going to be encrypted because it only costs a penny to add the hardware to the radio to make it do it. It's just a matter of getting over the inertia and getting past the lifetimes of the current life cycle of the current equipment. So I say listen to it while you can, because it won't always be there. And it's just interesting to find out what's in your neighborhood. And sometimes you get surprised how far a UHF signal can travel. KD9MED.
Gary, I really do. Okay, thanks for your DX report. Sound like that. And we'll get back to you for the roundtable in a few minutes. Are there any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
This is Kilo Delta 9 Golf Delta Yankee, Jim in Beloit.
KD9GDY. Okay, Jim, I've got you checked in. Let me get back to you in a minute. Are there any more stations you want to check in? Please go on up. Okay, KD9GDY, we're in the W9 Gene Duck and DX corner. Did you have any DX reports you want to pass along?
No, Jimmy, nothing this week.
Okay, sounds good. All right, thanks for checking in. We'll get back to you in a few minutes. Okay, we are, as I stated earlier, we are not going to have a SWAT-net segment tonight because with Radio Expo coming up in a couple of days, I just don't feel it is appropriate to have a SWAT-net at this time. So we'll do it again next Friday night. Take your if you want to get rid of your stuff, take it to Radio Expo and sell it there. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see. Well, let's go ahead with the roundtable. W9AXD. Matt, are you going to Radio Expo? Are you looking to buy anything, or you just meet people, or what do you want to do?
W9AXD. Yes, I am going. Probably can't get there till about 9:30 or so, and hopefully I'm going to meet a friend there. And Jimmy turned me on to a book that I ought to buy there since I'm heading out west next week for a hunting trip with like the repeater book paper versus the internet, because I probably won't have internet access out there. I'm not really looking for any radios. I suppose if I found a dual band digital at the right price, I might pick it up. Definitely want to get into HF, but until I get my general, I'm not even going to monkey with that stuff. Back to that.
This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net, the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transferring for Friday Night Fun Net, Central Report. Okay, well, sounds good, Jim. But I was going to ask you, what do you really want to look for? What do you really want to buy at the Ham Fest, I should say?
Yeah, I think if I could find a dual band digital at the right price, I might get that, and that'd probably be about it for now. Maybe an antenna for a foxhound or something like that. I'll just kind of poke around and see the odds and ends. I've never been to one before, so I don't really know what to expect.
You're really going to enjoy yourself. You really will. They got a lot of stuff. They'll have a lot of stuff on display. They'll even have food vendors there and what have you there. The first time I was attended was back in 2007. So that was I definitely had fun with that one. You will really enjoy yourself there. Okay, thanks for checking in there, Matt. Hopefully, I'll plan on seeing you this Sunday. So, okay. Thanks for checking in and participating in the roundtable. KD9SSV Mike in Loves Park, in Roscoe, I should say. Are you going to the Ham Fest? And are you looking to buy anything or to meet people, or what do you want to do?
Well, I probably won't buy too much, hopefully. Might look for some, maybe some chokes and that for building wire antennas or this and that. And it's, hopefully that's about all I want to get. Unless I come across a real good deal, but I got enough stuff, I think. Really don't need none of that stuff. And that's about it for me, just the chokes. But I'm sure there'll be a few more things in there. And back to Ned.
Okay, Mike, sounds good. Maybe we'll see you on Sunday there. Okay, thanks for checking in. Okay, now, Terry K9MED. I know. I'm not going to ask you if you're going to go because I know you will. What are you looking to buy, or are you just going to meet people, or what do you want to do?
This is KD9MED. Well, it's not a slam dunk that I'm going. I don't know for absolute sure. I know that I can't go unless I change my clothes and take a shower first. You guys wouldn't want to be around me, but I don't plan on spending a lot of money. I got all the toys. I got more than enough toys around here to keep me busy till I die. You never know if you're going to see something that's just a real steal or something that's really cheap but really useful. I don't know. I'm not going to bring a lot of cash, but I'll bring a checkbook. KD9MED.
Okay, sounds good. And thank you for what you did for me last year. You came and picked me up. We had a good time there. You brought me back home, and we went to my old hometown of Rydon. I showed you around and what have you there. I am thinking I'm going to be getting a ride from a local ham here in Freeport, but I think it's a go. But I want to find out for sure. I'm trying to work on a backup plan. Would you, if in case things don't work out, would you be able to come over here and pick me up?
Well, what I'll do, Jimmy, is I'll check in with you tomorrow on the rag shoe net and see how your plans are going then, and we'll make a decision then. Okay.
Okay, sounds good, Kerry. Thanks. Thanks for checking in. Okay, I gotta ask you, Larry, K9KZT, the King of CW, asked me to ask you this question. What would you really want to look for? What is the ultimate thing that you want to buy at a ham fest?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it mostly depends on the price, I guess. I like digging through the boxes on the ground with all the little piece parts in there, and I can get a handful of, like last year, I got a handful of heat sinks for a quarter. I got a great big bundle of flat strap, flat braid for ridiculous cheap money, $2, $3, something like that. Brief reset. On the big items, hams are a lot like gun owners. They won't go very low on their prices. They like to start out with a high asking price on the big stuff. You know, like if I found a G90 for $200, you know, if somebody went that low, maybe I'd grab it. I don't know. But I don't need anything big. KD9MED.
Okay, Terry, sounds good. I hear you. I know where you're coming from. Okay, thanks for checking. We'll definitely talk to you on the RAG2net tomorrow night, and I'll let you know. We'll just see what happens. Thanks for checking in. Okay, Mike, KD9MED. I know I will see you at the Ham Fest on Sunday. I hope you get a chance to meet Ricky, WX9RLT, which he was a little disappointed. He did not get to meet you last year. But okay, what are you looking to buy at the Ham Fest, or are you just going to go meet people?
K9MED here. Probably going to be out about. I don't know that I'm going to buy anything. Probably show up there for a little bit, and I'm going to kind of rummage through up and I can meet.
Okay, sounds good. I hope Ricky WX9RLT can go and he'll get to meet you face to face like he was not able to do last year. Okay, it's that. What do you really want? Let's see, you go to a Hamfest. What are you really looking to buy? The ultimate prize? What have you? What are you really interested in?
Oh, I'll look for just about anything, maybe old radio gear, stuff like that. That's about it. I've pretty much got about everything I need over here, radio-wise, but something...
Okay, sounds good, Mike. Okay, thanks for all you do. Let me know if you get any internet check-ins. Thank you for checking in. Okay, Mike in Shaysville, AA9VU, if you're still with us. Are you planning on going to the Builder Hamfest this Sunday? And are you looking to buy anything, or just to meet people there?
This is AA9VU. If I were able to go to the Hamfest, I go for a social reason too, I guess. But I'd like to look at all the various things that pop up, old receivers or transceivers. Actually, what I would like to do is get a brand new dual band VHF-UHF transceiver. But I want something new because I don't trust anything old anymore. Anyway, I can't go. I can't go because I have to work, Jim. And one of these days, maybe on a Saturday or something, Hamfest on the Saturday, maybe I can go.
No, I'll tell you what, years ago, they used to have the Hamfest on Saturdays and Sundays. For I believe the last time they had one on Saturday was back in 2017. That's when I went there. That was that real hot day we had there. But then they decided then next year they decided just to have it just on Sundays. I think the reason why, because I think Superfest, HRO Superfest was underway that weekend or the previous weekend. They did not want to interfere with that, so that's why they had it on. They had on the 29th of that was on of 2018. A week after they were originally going to have it, but they didn't want to interfere with the HRO Superfest in Milwaukee. So okay, but it would be nice if they could have it 2 days in a row like they used to be. Okay, Mike, thanks for checking in. You have a good evening, and maybe we'll catch you tomorrow night on the Saturday evening RAG2net on this repeater at 8 o'clock. Okay, KD9GDOY. And Jim, what are you looking for when you at the Hamfest? Are you just going to buy anything? You're just going to look around or meet people or what?
This is KD9GDY, Jim, up here on the north side of Beloit. Hey, what I'm looking for is guys that want to sign up for the Straight Key Century Club, because I'm going to be at the table there. I got a table for representing the organization of the Straight Key Century Club. Anyway, so we're trying to do sign-ups and just get people a little bit familiar with that organization. Everything's absolutely free. I'm going to have a couple things. I might throw personal items on the table. I can do that because I'm paying for the table. And also going to be indoors. And I've requested to try to get next to either the Rah-Rah tables or the Greater Beloit Amateur Radio Club tables. And I think they're all going to be next to each other, so I should be in the vicinity. So if you want to find me, come to the SKCC booth, and that's where you'll find me. And of course, I like to take a few minutes and have the YL watch the table for me. I want to take a cruise around and see what kind of little treasures I can find. But I'm not really in the market for anything because I think I've got everything here. A bunch of HF radios and antenna stuff. And in fact, like I said, I'm probably going to be selling a few things. So, anyway, back over to you there, Jimmy. Hope to see you there, KD9GDY.
Well, I hope to see you there too. But so we'll just definitely see what happens. And I would like to meet as many people as I can. The problem is, I go walk around somewhere. People will be looking for me. They won't be able to find me. So I'm just going to stay as close to the building as I can. So we'll just see what happens there. I don't really look forward to buying anything other than a new Tech Q&A book there so I can have for the Friday Night Fun that's a trivia segment. So okay. Okay, Jim May. Thanks for checking in. That concludes my list. Do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now.
KD9MED, Alan Rochelle. Good evening.
KD9EPZ, Alan Rochelle. Okay, Al, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a minute. There was another station trying to check in, too. Other station, come back.
Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway.
KD9N, Kurt, in Roscoe, Rah-Rah Preston. Okay, Kurt, I've got you checked in. Al, K9EPZ. I know you're not going to be with us on Sundays. Sad to say, but I would just mention that time I met you there. That was in 2017. That at the Hamfest. That was that real hot day. Remember?
KD9EPZ. Yeah, I remember it, Jim. Running around with my scooter, which I don't have anymore. Don't have a vehicle to bring it anymore either. But I was going to make mention. HRO Superfest is tomorrow, so we do have a 2-Hamfest weekend.
Oh, okay. I was kind of wondering about that. Oh, that's there is going to be a lot of weeping and gnashing of teeth. Hams won't know where to go. They want to go to Milwaukee, or do you want to go to Belvedere? Well, let's hope most of them choose to go to Belvedere. That's all there is to it. I was at both the Superfest and the Hamfest back in 2018. So that sounds good. So okay, Al. You know what I was going to ask you. In the days you were able to go to a Hamfest, what was the one item that you were really, really looking for?
Probably the most recent item that I'd like to get myself here, if I wanted to talk about adding something. I would like to get a horizontal antenna for 2 meters. They make those square folded dipoles. I don't know what you call them, squalos, I think they call them. And there's a few different varieties of them, and they had them in 2017. I just didn't have the money for them, but they had them, and that's something I would like to get my hands on because I'd like to dabble a little more in 2-meter sideband, and that's all horizontal. So the problem I have, I do talk on 2-meter sideband occasionally, but it's usually difficult because
the difference between if I'm vertical and they're horizontal, there's a 30 dB loss right there. So it makes it kind of rough. So I wouldn't mind. I don't want to go with beams and rotors and all that stuff. I don't really have the antenna structure to hold something of that heavy. But when there's little square antennas up there, I wouldn't mind one of them.
Okay, sounds good, Al. That's great. By the way, I was able to copy every word you said. Somebody is causing a malicious interference again. Now, this net is being recorded, is being live streamed around the world on the internet. It's being recorded for future rebroadcast on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. And the FCC is in Rockford. They just hunted down a CB operator causing a malicious interference, and they're going to do the same thing with you. Now, we're going to continue. KD9N, Kurt and Roscoe. I know I will definitely see you this Sunday.
Yeah, you sure will. I'll be there. And the rah-rah tables are right next to the Greater Beloit Amateur Radio Club. So we're all kind of in line there. And I will be there. I'm not looking to buy anything. I got a whole bunch of stuff to sell. So bring plenty of dineros and a smile. Over.
That is a good idea. Definitely, yeah, I'm definitely looking. I'm assuming you'll be on the south side of the building where like you were last year.
They haven't told me actually, Jim, where the tables are going to be. I'll find out. Actually, tomorrow I'll find out.
Okay, that is definitely sounds good. I would definitely look forward to meeting you, and I'm going to do my best not to do so much running around. That way, I'll get to meet as many people as I can. I'll be wearing a yellow. I'll be yelling. I can't even talk. I'll be wearing a red Icon, a road crew T-shirt, and I'll be wearing my yellow Friday Night Fun Net cap. I hadn't made it last year, so that's what I'll be wearing. So. Okay, we'll definitely see you Sunday.
Okay, sounds good, Jimmy. And I'll be listening then. KC9GCR, KE9M.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Kurt. We'll see you Sunday. Any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? You're coming over your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, or grocery shopping, or the show, or what have you. If you just turn your radio on, you've been copying the mail for the last 50 minutes, this is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. We're in the radio. We'll drop traffic. Please call K9GCR.
WX9RLT.
Hey, Ricky, WX9RLT. Great job with the Skywarn training net last night. So that was great. Okay. Now, I'm sure, and I know I'll see you Sunday, but are you looking to buy anything at Belvedere, or are you just going to meet people, or what are you going to do?
Good evening, Jimmy, and everybody on the net. Not too much going on here. Kind of kicking back and, kind of looking forward to Sunday. I plan on going. My main purpose is mainly, to talk to everybody in person. There's a few items that I'm looking for. I could buy online, but, I'd prefer just to buy them over at the Hamfest there. The adapters, a couple of those. Starting to get into the SDR, so I need an adapter and a jumper for that. And then I'm kind of looking for, like, a wideband dipole. So just a couple of miscellaneous things. And then if there's one thing I would love to buy at a Hamfest, obviously I'm not rich, so it ain't going to happen anytime soon, but a 991A, man, that'd be my dream radio. So, yeah, thanks for everybody that checked in last night up on the Skywarn net. Can't say thank you enough for that. And when I go to the Hamfest up on Sunday, I plan on stopping by the Rah-Rah, table and kind of rag chewing over there for a while. So heads up, Kurt. And then the Silent, I think it was the Silent Key Club for the CW. I'm kind of glad that they're there because that's actually one of the things that I'm trying to get into is CW. So, long story short, when I'm at the Hamfest, another item that I'm going to be looking forward to is like the CW, what they call paddles or whatever. So that way I can kind of, dip my toes in the water. So, yeah, look forward to seeing everybody. If you see me, stop by and say what's up. So I'll definitely be looking for you, Jimmy. I'll send it back to you. Good to hear everybody out there. This is W9AXD.
Okay, Ricky, sounds good. I hope you get a chance to meet Mike at KD9MED. You're only a few seconds away from meeting him last year, then some came up, you had to leave for some reason. But I hope you two get a chance to meet each other. And, Ricky, don't forget the rag tune net tomorrow night at 8 p.m. here on this repeater. You're more than welcome to check in.
Yeah, definitely look forward to checking in that rag tune net. Another net up on the local repeaters is amazing. So, and I look forward to participating up in that. And, good net tonight. And Mike, I'm definitely going to be looking for you to say what's up. It's been a long time, since I tried saying what's up. So hopefully we can, meet up on Sunday. Just saying what's up, man. So look forward to meeting you in person. So send it back to you, Jimmy. Great net.
Thank you, Ricky. You know what everybody ought to do? Just buy some of those homemade caps there, add your lettering, put on your name and your call sign on your lettering. That way you know who everybody is or whatever. Get some nameplates or badges or something like that. That'd be great too. Okay. Thanks, Ricky, for checking in. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on out.
Information statement. The Hurricane WatchNet is currently now active on 7.268 upper sideband. I say again, the Hurricane WatchNet is currently active on 7.268 lower sideband.
This is K9GCR and net control in the Friday Night Fun Net. What I really want to look for to buy is a new tech Q&A book, so I can have it for the Friday Night Fun Net trivia. It's been almost 3 months since the old tech Q&A book ran out, so therefore I was not able to use it for the trivia segment. So that's about it. I don't figure on buying anything else there. I'd like to meet. I can't even talk. I would not only like to meet some of the local people, but I'd like to meet some of the members of the Chicago FM Club there. So when the conditions are favorable, this past Monday and Tuesday nights, I was able to check into the Night Watch net. It's on at 10 p.m. on the 443.750 repeater in Chicago, PL 114.8 plus offset. You can also get in via the Echo Lake if you can't get into the repeater. But I mentioned about the Friday Night Fun Net. They know all about it. They know I promote the Night Watch net too. So I hope I can get a chance to meet any of them. Okay. Any more stations want to check in? Please go on out.
Currently active at night, as is the current situation. The Hurricane WatchNet is active on 7.268 lower sideband.
Okay. Now, as I stated, there will be a VE testing session this coming Sunday at the Belvedere Hamfest. It'll get underway at 9 a.m. and will run until noon. Now, I know we got people listening to this net on the scanners, or the people that are listening are going to get their first ham radio license. Congratulations to these people. Let's hope you all pass. I'm also got the tech. Not yet. I hope you get one this coming Sunday, but I do have the general and extra Q&A book. So we're going to go ahead with Friday Night Fun Net trivia, but we're just going to read questions from the general and extra Q&A. I read this. I'm trying to avoid the same questions here. So, I read read that one. Oh, good God, I'm not using that digital stuff. All right. I'll read it. Those of you who work digital, I'll read. You should know this one by. Oh, okay, here we go. What segment of the 80-meter band is most commonly used for digital transmissions? A. 3570 to 3600 kilohertz. B. 3500 to 3525 kilohertz. C. 3700 to 3750 kilohertz. D. 3775 to 3825 kilohertz. What segment of the 80-meter band is most commonly used for digital transmissions? A. 3570 to 3600 kilohertz. B. 3500 to 3525 kilohertz. C. 3700 to 3750 kilohertz. D. 3775 to 3825 kilohertz. Those of you who work 80 meters digital should know the correct answer to this one by heart.
Well, nobody's jumping in there. I'll shoot with A Alpha WX9RLD.
You are correct, Ricky. You are correct. What segment of the 80-meter band is most commonly used for digital transmission? Correct answer is A Alpha, 3570 to 3600 kilohertz. The FCC's rules specify where RTTY or RIDI and data transmission is allowed, but the band plans tell you where such signals are usually found. The band plan calls for RTTY operation from 3570 to 3600 kilohertz on 80 meters. General Class License Manual, page 6-2. Here again, I'm trying to avoid reading the same questions all the time. I read that one. I'm not reading that one again. All right. Okay. What does LUF stand for? Lima Uniform Foxtrot. A. The lowest usable frequency for communications between 2 points. B. The longest universal function for communications between 2 points. C. The lowest usable frequency during a 24-hour period. D. The longest universal function during a 24-hour period. What does LUF or Lima Uniform Foxtrot stand for? A. The lowest usable frequency for communications between 2 points. B. The longest universal function for communications between 2 points. C. The lowest usable frequency during a 24-hour period. D. The longest universal function during a 24-hour period. Anybody correct answer to this question?
Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I think the answer is A.
You are correct, Kurt. You are correct. What does LUF stand for? Correct answer is A Alpha, the lowest usable frequency for communications between 2 points. And General Class License Manual, page 8-9. Okay, we'll find another one. I think I read that one. All right. What is the correct adjustment for the load or coupling control of a vacuum tube RF power amplifier? A. Minimum SWR on the antenna. B. Minimum plate current without exceeding maximum allowable grid current. C. Highest plate voltage while minimizing grid current. D. Maximum power output without exceeding maximum allowable plate current. What is the correct adjustment for the load or coupling control of a vacuum tube RF power amplifier? A, minimum SWR on the antenna. B, minimum plate current without exceeding minimum allowable grid current. C, highest plate voltage while minimizing the grid current. D, maximum power output without exceeding maximum allowable plate current. Anybody correct to answer this question? The question, I'll give the correct answer. And the discussion is rather lengthy, so I'm not even going to read it. What is the correct adjustment for the load or coupling control of a vacuum tube RF power amplifier? Correct answer is D delta, maximum power output without exceeding maximum allowable plate current. We'll find another one here.
KC9CFL.
Hey, K9CFL, good evening, Mike. What's going on with you?
Not much, working, breathing in and out, taking care of the family, playing with some antenna stuff, getting ready for Ham Fest. Can't wait until Sunday.
Yeah, that's what this is a special Radio Expo edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. I'm asking everybody, when you go to a Ham Fest, what do you look? Do you look for anything to buy? Do you look to meet people, or what do you do?
I got a couple things. I do look to meet some of the people I speak with, but this year I'm looking for a WinCamp kit, the battery kit for my FT817. But I gotta say, my wife came with me 2 or 3 years ago and got to meet you, Jimmy, and she thought you were great. She listens to you on the radio when when I'm on the net, and she thinks you're great. She's amazed that you can remember everybody's call sign and their names and stuff. KC9CFL, back to net control.
Oh yeah, it takes a long. I've been in this hobby since 2004, and it takes a while to get used. Well, even back in the CB days when I was a CB operator, it took me a while to remember everybody's call sign too. Back when you were, everybody had to get a license back in the CB days. So, okay. Hey, Mike, I hope to see you on a Sunday. Is your wife going to be there too?
No, she won't. She'll be out canvassing. She is running for a seat on the county board. So she'll be out canvassing for votes on Sunday. It'll just be me, and I did put a message out there. If anybody in the greater Rockton area wants to tag along, they're more than welcome to have a space in my truck. So, KC9CFL, back to net control.
I'll tell you what, Mike. If she gets in, she should get her ham radio license, and I think all these county board members should find out what ham radio is. Get a scanner or something like that and listen to Friday Night Fun Net, especially the Northern Illinois Skywarn Training Net. We're training that, and if we have severe weather, that way they know what ham radio is all about, and maybe you can get some cooperation from Winnebago County and help you guys and get some assistance, get some help with these impending disasters. Let's hope they never come, but let's hope some of these government officials know what we're all about.
She is already studying for her technician license, so she's having fun with that at this point. And she wants to do the technician and the general. And the pandemic really gave her a different outlook on ham radio. I mean, it's a hobby and it's fun, don't get me wrong, and we like to tinker with things, and we're a bunch of geeks, but it's wonderful, right? I helped do relaying for Puerto Rico, relay calling, when they had their disaster. I helped do some relay stuff for Florida. I used to be a part of the ESDA group in Woodstock. it's nice. There's a lot of stuff that the county could do to support us. So, yeah, we're hoping. Fingers crossed.
Okay, sounds good. Well, okay, good. Well, Mike, we'll definitely see you this Sunday, and good luck to your wife. So, okay, that sounds good. Thanks for checking in. And by the way, let me reset. That reminds me, I'm glad you mentioned, Mike. I'm going to give you a run. If you did not hear the Skywar and the train net last night, I gave the frequencies for the hurricane net. As far as I know, I do not know whether it's been activated or not, but there's supposed to be another tropical storm right behind the Fiona. So just be advised. I'm going to give you the hurricane net primary frequency, 14.325 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband. 14.325 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband. Secondary frequency, 7.268 megahertz, 40 meters lower sideband. 7.268 megahertz, 40 meters lower sideband. They'll probably use that 14.325 during the daytime and 7.268 during the nighttime. Those are the frequencies you want to have so you can listen to the hurricane net if and when they become activated. Okay. Mike, thanks for checking in. And okay, let's continue with the trivia here. Just a minute. Before we do we have any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please go now.
9JZ.
AC9JZ. Good evening, Mike. Mike, see you at the Hamfest this Sunday.
Not sure if I'm gonna go. I may. I'm thinking about it. But as to your questions, if I go, I like to meet the people. I never plan to buy anything, but I always come home with some things.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I hope to meet you. I remember last year when I got over to the Hamfest, you and Justin came over. We went to Culver's. You bought the supper or whatever. Then Justin brought his computer, and I got to hear the previous edition of the Friday Night Fun net.
It was 2 years ago, Jimmy, but that's okay. But anyway, if I can make it, I will. If not, my spirit's there. And love you all, and thanks for doing the net, Jimmy. AC9JZ 73.
You're welcome, Mike. No, it was definitely last year. I had just gotten home when you guys called me on the radio. You were going to come over. So, okay, sounds good. Thanks, Mike. You have a good evening, and thanks for checking in. Any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun net, please call now. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, please check in Patrick. So Foxtrot 9.
Okay, I've gone checked in there, as Tony K9RFD calls it. Keep finding $9 silver. I've gone checked in. I put them down a little IC for internet check-in. So that's how I got to figure who's is who's here. Thanks, Mike. This is KC9GCR with the Friday Night Fun net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. Transmitting for Friday Night Fun net Central Urban Freeport. Okay. Any more stations want to check in at this time? Please call now. Okay, we're back to doing the Friday Night Fun Net trivia. We're doing the extra Q&A. No, general Q&A. I read that one. I don't want to read it again. Okay. All right. Okay. What is the primary purpose of a screen grid in a vacuum tube? A, to reduce grid-to-plate capacitance. B, to increase efficiency. C, to increase the control grid resistance. D, to decrease plate resistance. What is the primary purpose of a screen grid in a vacuum tube? A, to reduce grid-to-plate capacitance. B, to increase efficiency. C, to increase the control grid resistance. D, to decrease plate resistance. Anybody correct to answer this question? People, if you know this, come on, let's not depend on two or three different people to answer these questions. I'm going to read this question one more time. What is the primary purpose of a screen grid in a vacuum tube? A, to reduce grid-to-plate capacitance. B, to increase efficiency. C, to increase the control grid resistance. D, to decrease plate resistance. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay, what is the primary purpose of a screen grid in a vacuum tube? The correct answer is A, alpha, to reduce grid-to-plate capacitance. The screen grid is placed between the plate and control grid and kept at a constant voltage. This isolates the control grid from the plate and reduces the capacitance between them. For general class license manual, page 4-26. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to do a few questions from the extra Q&A, then I think we'll call it quits there, but all right. Okay. This is from the extra Q&A. Which S parameter is equivalent to forward gain? A, S11, B, S12, C, S21, D, S22. Which S parameter is equivalent to forward gain? A, S11, B, S12, C, S21, D, S22. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay, which S parameter is equivalent to forward gain? Correct answer, C, Charlie, S21. We're going to move on, we'll move on. Find some simple questions here. I think I read this question. Oh boy, I'm not reading that one. Oh, good. Okay, how are impedances described in polar coordinates? A, by X and R values. B, by real and imaginary parts. C, by phase and angle and magnitude. D, by Y and G values. How are impedances described in polar coordinates? A, by X and R values. B, by real and imaginary parts. C, by phase, angle, and magnitude. D, by Y and G values. Anybody correct to answer this question?
Hey, Jimmy, can you find an easy question for us, like what day of the week the Friday Night Fun Net's on?
Okay, Kurt. Yeah, some of these extra questions are a little bit for they're a little bit much here. Yeah. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go back to the general Q&A. Now, hopefully by next week I'll have the new tech Q&A. So we'll see what happens there. I think those extra questions are a little bit much, aren't they?
Hey, Jimmy, we need some radio nut jokes.
Repeat that, please.
KC9CFL, we need radio nut jokes.
You know what? You are absolutely right. I've been neglecting to do that. So okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'll look for a couple here. All right, we're back to the general Q&A. What is the combined vertical and horizontal polarization pattern of a multi-wavelength horizontal loop antenna? A figure 8 similar to a dipole. B, 4 major loops with deep nulls. C, virtually omnidirectional with a lower peak vertical radiation angle than a dipole. D, radiation maximum is straight up. What is the combined vertical and horizontal polarization pattern of a multi-wavelength horizontal loop antenna? A figure 8 similar to a dipole. B, 4 major loops with deep nulls. C, virtually omnidirectional with a lower peak vertical radiation angle than a dipole. D, radiation maximum is straight up. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay, I'll read this question and I'll give the correct answer. What is the combined vertical and horizontal polarization pattern of a multi-wavelength horizontal loop antenna? Correct answer is C, Charlie. Virtual omnidirectional with a lower peak vertical radiation angle than a dipole. Alright. Okay. Alright, now, those of you who are going to be taking your test this coming Sunday. Alright, what are the toughest questions in the technicians, general, or extra Q&A? Your tower questions, of course. You new people, you new listeners, once you get your licenses, someday you're going to be a part of a tower climbing expedition. You're either going to be climbing the tower itself, or you're going to be part of a ground support system. This next question might put you over the top as far as getting your license goes. So here it goes. What should be done by any person preparing to climb a tower that supports electrically powered devices? A, notify the electric company that a person will be working on the tower. B, make sure all circuits that supply power to the tower are locked out and tagged. C, unground the base of the tower. D, all these choices are correct. What should be done by any person preparing to climb a tower that supports electrically powered devices? A, notify the electric company that a person will be working on the tower. B, make sure all circuits that supply power to the tower are locked out and tagged. C, unground the base of the tower. D, all these choices are correct. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay, K9SSV, Mike, was that you or whoever it was? Come on back. Go ahead.
That answer should be B, Bravo.
You are correct, Mike. You are correct. And, you know, I'll tell you what. cat's out of the bag now. But let's see, was somebody else going to jump in there? Let's give everybody a chance here. Come on back.
Yeah, that was me, Jimmy, KD9MED, and I was going to say the answer is B.
You are both correct. I'd like to give everybody a chance here. What should be done, but you are both correct. What should be done by any person preparing to climb a tower that supports electrically powered devices? Correct answer is B, Bravo. Make sure all circuits that supply power to the tower are locked out and tagged. Before climbing, remove power from a circuit that will not be used while you are on the tower. The best way is to remove fuses or open circuit breakers. Once the circuit is open, lock the circuit breaker open if possible, and tag the fuse box or breaker panel so that no one will reconnect the circuit. General Class License Manual, page 9-15. That concludes Friday Night Fun Net Trivia for this week. Hopefully by this time next week, I'll have my new Tech Q&A book that's available. So, okay. Do we have any more stations? Would you like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, Mike, go ahead.
We'll have Steven, that's Kilo Delta 9, Quebec Delta.
Kilo Delta 9, Quebec Delta Sierra, is that correct?
Yeah, KD9 QDS. Quebec Delta.
Okay, I got it checked in. KD9 QDS, got you checked in. Welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, thanks, Mike. Let me know if we get any more.
K9FLO.
K9FLO. Hello, Dean. What's going on with you?
Hi there, Jimmy. I heard you on there. Actually, I was hoping that Kurt's in here.
Why don't you go back to her?
I'm here.
Hey, Kurt. Question for you on that application. Can you, if I get an email address, can you edit that in there?
Edit the email address? Yeah, I would have to know what it is, and then I'd have to go in and change it.
Okay, I'm talking where you have the question marks at.
Yep, that's it. If you told me what it has to be, what I have to do is I have to go into a Word document, I have to change it there, and then I convert it to a PDF, and then from there I have to make it an editable PDF.
Okay, let me see if I can get a hold of Brett in the morning and get an address for that there and use it. Otherwise, I'll just bring blank forms. So anyway, that's what I appreciate that.
Yeah, you know, he may be able to change it and insert it. He could probably take the PDF and turn it back into a Word document and fill it in and then change it back, and I'm sure he knows how to make an editable PDF.
Okay, I'll send him a note on that there and see if he can do that. Thanks much, appreciate that. Sorry to hog in there on the net there, Jimmy.
Don't worry about it. I'm glad you do get to do that. This what's nice about this net. We got a like combination of a rag chew net or a swamp net. Although there is no swamp net this week with the Hamfest and what have you. This one makes the net nice there. So okay, Dean. Are you, I guess you're not going to be going to a Belvedere, is that correct?
Jimmy, yes, I am. In fact, going to have tables indoors. So, you betcha. Are you going to be there?
I'm planning on it. I believe I got a ride at June. I've also got a backup plan in case my other one ride can't make it. So that's I'm planning on being there. Yeah.
All right, very good. That's an important thing. We'll be over there by the tables where Kurt's at.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm going to be doing my best not to be walking around too much because I want to meet as many people as I can. So we'll just put it that way.
That sounds good. We'll be there just selling stuff like mad. So if our table is all emptied out by 9 o'clock, then we'll be doing the same thing. I wish. But I hope they have a good turnout this year. We need to get this activity going again. I miss the old days of where we used to have 4 digits show up at the events. But maybe the COVID is going to bring people out since that's all over with. Interesting. I was at the drugstore today, Jimmy, and couldn't believe this was at Walmart, and they had taken down all the plastic dividers in the pharmacy. So, boy, times have changed. As the pharmacist said, they took down the eggshell. KC9GCR, K9FO.
Dean, that is great. That's good news. That's great news that they did that. So that sounds good. Yeah, you got the new vaccines out now and what have you. I had my 2 Johnson & Johnson shots last year. My booster I got the day before Thanksgiving last year. So that's definitely good to hear.
For sure. And good news for you, they have out now a booster that you can get now. I just got an email from my doctor saying it incorporates all the latest and greatest bugs or whatever. And so get to look forward to that in the near future. So it's going to be just like a flu shot, which is a variation of the flu, I guess. Along with that, and the one for pneumonia, and I'm missing one more, shingles, and that's enough. KC9GCR, K9FO.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I've never had the flu shots in all the years they've had, and I don't figure on getting one either. I usually avoid the flu. I usually don't go out any place unless I have to. And we'll just leave it that way. I'm just not gonna worry about those new shots. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, that sounds good. Whatever you can go with or go without, and that's okay. You know the best, so that's the important thing, that you know what you can have and not have and all that, and you won't have a problem. Be fine. You made it this far, so no problem. So otherwise, was that the question? What was the question tonight? The Hamfest?
Yes, I was asking everybody what when you go to a Hamfest, do you look to buy stuff, or you go just to meet people, or do both?
Last year I was selling. Did a lot of selling last year. It was a really good year last year, I think. No, not at that Hamfest. Yes, but generally, yes, I do. But this year I'm not. I just got a few things, and I'm out of the buying anymore. I've got plenty. Don't need anything more. About the only thing I buy now is the dinner and the lottery tickets there, Jimmy.
Sounds good. Now, Larry K9KCT was asking me to ask everybody, what was your ultimate prize? What the ultimate thing that you want to buy at a Hamfest?
The ultimate ticket? You mean like for a prize?
Or like a piece of radio equipment or what have you?
Oh, wow. A number of years ago, I did win something at the, this is going back a few years, at the Wheaton Hamfest. And I can't even think what it was. I think it was a clock of some type. And that was about it. Otherwise, my luck at the contests are usually not very good. That's why generally I don't buy lottery tickets and all that other good type stuff. But of course we got a big casino being built here, so I might have to go down, and the wife and I try to check that out. We've never been to anything like that, so it might be something to do for old people, I guess. KC9GCR, K9FL.
You know something, I couldn't care less about going to no gambling casino. I tell you, years ago we used to go down on bus trips down to Clinton, Iowa. I think it was the Mississippi Belle or some was a gambling boat there. I did try gambling there one time. If I would hit right, I would end up winning $500. But I said, you know what? I just go there for the food and for the entertainment and what have you. And you know, I'll tell you something. This is a true story. And yet, now the people are saying, you buy a lottery ticket, you think you're set for life, but you know what? You're just sometimes you're just as unhappy with that lottery ticket as you were before you even bought it and win it. A lot of people end up winning the big money, end up being unhappy.
Well, true, very true. But I'd at least like to have the opportunity of being able to feel unlucky or not unlucky, but that chance of saying that I don't want it or my life's miserable. Just like to have that one-time chance. But on the other hand, I don't need a big one, anything like that. Just enough to maybe go out and buy one of these new electric cars that we're going to be mandated to buy one of these days. So anyway, Jimmy, that's about all I got here. Can't think of anything else. Hopefully we'll see you Sunday over there at the Boone County Fairgrounds. KC9GCR, K9FL.
Comment.
Sounds good. We'll see you there, Dean. Thanks. Go ahead, Rick.
That was me, Jimmy, KE9N. You mentioned the Hamfest about winning something. My wife says, you come home with one more radio, you're going to win a free trip to the moon.
I agree. Yeah, I've been informed of that already today, Kurt. So, like I said, I'm not doing by it. I'm just get rid of what I got here, and you're absolutely right about that statement.
Remember the honeymooners? when Ralph used to tell his wife, I think her name was Alice, wasn't it? To the moon.
I sure do. In fact, I think that phrase has been used more recently. I would, like I was talking to you, I can't think. I want to say it was at a Hamfest. Those two in Chicago, like Wheaton, but I just can't remember what it was. I don't think it was much. Usually, it's something like I know what it was. It was a plastic container of tie wraps. That's the biggest prize I've won. KC9GCR, K9FL Group.
Tell you what, Dean, and I'm not one to win prizes, so I don't buy lottery tickets either. But the one thing I won and it was like the worst thing you could ever get. And I went to the W9DXCC thing, and oh gosh, I'm going to tell you Elk Grove Village. I'm not sure that's where it is, but anyhow, I went to the W9DXCC thing, and of all things that I won 220 megahertz roll-up J-pole out of 300 ohm twin line. Of all the things to win, I'll tell you, I was ready to strangle the guy with it.
Do you think there was an alternate application to it, in other words?
Boy, I'll tell you, a 220 megahertz roll-up J-pole, which is about the most worthless thing, at least around here, I couldn't believe it. I thought, gee whiz, I'd take a kick in the head before that.
Well, that's almost, yeah, that's bad. That's worse than getting tie wraps. Yeah, that's interesting. That one there. I had something I was going to pass on for what it's worth to everybody. I was looking up what's our latest list of any countries we're forbidden to talk to, and according to the printout today is there are none. So interesting. So I guess we can talk to all the people we don't like to now on that there. Go ahead, Kurt.
Well, of course, we can't talk to North Korea because they don't have radio stuff or whatever. They're not supposed to. Huh. Okay. Well, that's a step in the right direction to be friendly. All right. Well, listen, I guess I've taken up enough time. I'll turn it back to you. You can turn it back to Jimmy, and I'll just sit here and listen. K9FLO, KE9N.
All right, there, Kurt. Sounds good. Might see you tomorrow. Don't know if I'll be riding down there with Chuck and Andy. Not sure how that's going to work out. I don't have much to take. Something I can throw in a duffel bag and bring in there Sunday. But they've got the paperwork on it, and one thing I should mention to them, bring a little hand truck to haul that, at least that one of those items. So anyway, we'll possibly see you tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll see you Sunday morning on that there. KE9N, or let me shoot it back to Jimmy, I guess you signed KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Okay, guys. Hey, thanks to both of you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. I think that's why people look forward to this net every Friday night. Cause we're not a formal net. You can do combination like let's see, rag chew net, swap net, or tech net, or what, or trivia net, or what have you there. But this several nets in one. That's that's the Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, guys, we'll definitely see both of you on this coming Sunday. Thanks for checking in. Okay. Are there any more stations that want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? If you're coming over to Friday Night Fish Fry, Steak Fry, Grocery Shopping, or the show, if you just turn your radio on, or you've been copying the mail for the last hour and 40 minutes, this is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. With or with or without traffic, please call KC9GCR. Hey, Mike, KC9CFL, are you still by chance on frequency? Okay, I got a radio nut joke for him, and I guess he's gone. So here, yeah, I've been neglecting to do the radio nut jokes, folks. But I'll tell you what, starting next month with Halloween coming along, I'll start reading the Halloween radio nut jokes. But here's one. This is number 2 of the 30 original radio nut jokes. You know you are a radio nut when you spend hundreds of dollars on a new rig, and then wander the ham fest pausing each time. So you pass the booth selling those $7 embroidered call sign hats, thinking, I wonder if they'll take $6. Again, that's number 2 of the 30 original radio nut jokes. But if you have a homemade radio nut jokes you want to pass along, give me a call here on the radio or on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. The homemade radio nut jokes are better than the original ones anyway. So, okay. Any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, let me give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. In about the Night Watch net should be getting underway in about 20 minutes at 10 p.m. on the 443.750 repeater in Chicago with the PL 114.8 plus offset. It's my understanding, though, I don't think that they're not going to have a net tonight because they're getting ready to go to Radio Expo. I don't know if they'll even have a net tomorrow night either, but Night Watch net is held every night of the week at 10 p.m. I was able to check in on Monday and Tuesday of this week, so Al K9EPZ was able to check in on Tuesday nights here, so they know all about the Friday Night Fun Net, and so that I hope to meet some of them there this Sunday. Okay, don't forget tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. here on this repeater. Saturday evening rag tune net. I don't know who'll be net control. I believe it'll probably be yours truly. So we'll see what happens. We go around about 2 or 3 times, talk about different topics or what have you, but that's what it's all about, rag tune. So do tune in next tomorrow night at 8 p.m. here on this repeater. Saturday evening rag tune net. We got to thank Richard, N9CO in Belvedere. He's the one that suggested it, so that's good. Immediately following that net at 9 p.m., if you're able to pick up the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee, well, technically that repeater is located in New Berlin, Wisconsin. You got that has a PL of 127.3 minus offset. There is a Saturday night fun net which takes place. I was able to check in last Saturday. The conditions were really good there. The band was wide open then. You got to check in a certain way, and like, well, A through G, H through N, so well, that's not the way to do it, but I'm giving you an idea of what it's like there. But the topic that they talked about this past Saturday was about the royal family in Great Britain. And what do you think there's going to happen? More people, and I said too, I think they're going to survive. I think King Charles III is going to do all right. So I'll tell you what. Let me reset. I watched that funeral of Queen Elizabeth. I got up at about shortly after 4 o'clock Monday morning. I got to watch the whole thing. That whole thing reminded me of President Kennedy's funeral after he was assassinated. November 1963, all the heads of state and whatever. But that was something to see, that funeral of Queen Elizabeth. I watched mostly BBC World News for that. All the networks carried it too, but I think BBC did a better job. So okay, continuing on with the local nets there. Yeah, Saturday Night Fun Net, Saturday evenings at 9 p.m., 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee or New Berlin, PL 127.3 minus offset. Greene County Aries Races net meets every Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe. That has a PL of 123.0 minus offset. Scott, K9YI is net control of that net there. It's a combination of Aries Races and the Rag Tune net. And the Big Thunder Amps Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net at 8 p.m. I should say, on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. That has a PL of 100.0 plus offset. The Whiteside County Aries group holds its Sunday evening net at 8, also at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling with a PL 114.8 plus offset. Shouldn't have any problem getting into that repeater. The antenna is 300 feet in the air on the Illinois State Police District 1 radio tower. Then we got the Monday night rah-rah info net here on this repeater at 7 o'clock. Larry, K9KCT, and I share the duties of net control. I ran the net this past Monday, and he'll take the net this coming Monday. Then, let's see. Immediately following that net, at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon with the PL 82.5 minus offset, the Lee County Aries Races group holds its Monday evening net. The Kishwaukee Amateur Radio Club in the DeKalb holds its Monday evening net at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb. It has a PL 100.0 minus offset. Oh yes, I want to mention as after the conclusion of the Monday Night Rah-Rah Info Net, Larry, K9KCT has a Morse code to practice. Then Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. on the 147.195 repeater, the PL of 114.8 plus offset. We have the first of the two health and tech nets with Larry H9GO as net control. Immediately following that net, there will be code practice with Larry, K9KCT. Also, the, what else is going on here? Oh yeah, the Rock County Aries Races net is held also at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville. That has a PL of 123.0 minus offset. The Ogle County Aries Races, let's do that again. Ogle County Amateur Radio Net for Aries Skywarn meets at 9 p.m. on Tuesday evenings on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon, PL 146.2 plus offset. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater with the PL 114.8 plus offset. I host the weekly Stevenson County Aries Net at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Beloit with the PL 123.0 plus offset. Greater Beloit Amateur Radio Club holds its Wednesday evening net. And at 8 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, the PL 114.8 plus offset, we have our Wednesday evening swap net. Runs from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. to all traffic is handled. Mel, K9RFD runs the amateur radio, does the amateur radio news line. I ran the net this past Wednesday, and he'll take the net next Wednesday. And don't forget Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. on the 147.195 repeater in Rockford, PL 114.8 plus offset. The Northern Illinois Skywarn training net with Ricky. W9AXD is your net control. He had a great net this past, last night, asking about the other day when the storms went through northeastern Winnebago County. Immediately following that net, I will do the second health and tech net. So we got one net right after following the other one at 7 p.m. on the 195 repeater. Okay, now on HF, you got the C9 net. That meets every day, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 1400 and 1500 hours Zulu on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with chunks. WD9BB is your net control. Okay, now you're all caught up to date on your local nets. Support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local ham radio clubs, your local repeaters, I should say. If you're a member of any local ham radio club, by all means support your local club. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations who'd like to check into Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
KC9DDF.
KC9DDF, good evening, Don. What's going on with you? Are you going to go to be in Belvedere this Sunday?
Yes, I don't think so. I don't have plans. That could change, but as of right now, no. How about you? And I guess it sounds like it's going to be an okay day. So I know a lot of people are going, but as of right now, no. I've been gone a bunch the past few weekends, so may just sit tight. But we'll see. I haven't ruled it out. Like I said, hopefully you're getting there.
I'm definitely planning on being there. See, I think I'm be getting a ride here. We'll see what happens. I'm asking a question. When you do go to a ham fest, do you look to buy stuff, or do you just go to meet people, or both, or what do you do?
I guess originally it was to buy stuff, and of course, you know, when you're just getting into it, your eyes are big and you're looking around. But less and less for that. I guess more just to meet people. And I've not really done ham fest for the past few years, so yeah, just kind of. I did all of them in the beginning. I really got a kick out of that, but I've been back bicycling and doing some of that, so other things have preempted the ham fest, and if I need something, I have often just ordered it, you know, Amazon or, you know, one of the, you know, special ham radio outlets stuff or whatever. So, but I enjoy them. Like I said, don't think I'm going to get out there, but that could change. Don't have any real commitments this Sunday, but hopefully is the weather forecast good? And, well, I hope you get there and have a good time. I know you're pretty much a regular out there at that one. I know we've met up a few times. So back to you, Jimmy, and thanks as always, KC9DDF.
You're welcome, John. Yes, the weather forecast, it looks good for Sunday. It's supposed to be mostly sunny. There's supposed to be highs in the upper 60s.
That's and I never fix my car, so the truck's an expensive thing to drive, so I should get my car back on the road. Brake lines went out. I won't tell you how long ago. So I don't drive very much, and of course we've done an awful lot of bicycling this year. I think we're, I don't know, we hit 6,000 miles not too long ago. We'll be up to 7,000 miles here before we know it, and some of the riding we've been doing. So as long as the weather cooperates. So crazy year of bicycling. I've really enjoyed it, and hey, enjoy the ham fest. I'll be glad to hear a report if I don't get out there, Jimmy. And have a great weekend and good weather on Sunday, KC9DDF. Thanks as always.
You're welcome, John. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. If I don't see you out at Belvedere, I'll talk to you next Friday night. Was there another station trying to check in? Please call on.
K9GCR. This is KD9QVE, Greg and Floyd.
KD9QVE. Good evening, Greg. What's going on with you?
Oh, not a lot. Just sitting around, listening to Friday Night Fun Net. So thought I'd go ahead and had an opportunity to check in. So I'd check in with you and tell you hi. I'm listening. K9QVE.
Okay, sounds good. Are you going to be in Belvedere this Sunday?
Yeah, I think we're going to try to stop by. What are the hours of the ham fest?
Okay, now this is information I have. There'll be the outdoor vendors will be opening up at 6 a.m. Sunday morning. The main buildings will be opening up at 8 a.m. Sunday mornings. It runs until 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. There's going to be a VE testing session from 9 a.m. until noon there.
Yep, we'll probably head to church, and then after church, we'll probably head on over there. So, take a look around. It's been 20 years since I've been to a ham fest. So, last time I went, I didn't have any money, so I was just going to look. But I think I did buy a testing book 20 years ago, but never took my test.
Okay, well, I was going to ask you when you go to a campus, what do you look for something to buy, or do you go to meet people? But since you haven't been to one in 20 years, I can understand that. Well, let's hope you can make it to this one.
Yep, we probably will. So I think my wife and my son and I think we'll probably get out there and look around for a few hours and just see what we see. Maybe if I see something I like, we'll go ahead and buy it. So. If not, I think it'll be kind of fun to get out and see all the different things. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. K9QDE.
Great, sounds good. Hopefully I'll see you there on this coming Sunday. So you have a good evening, and thank you for checking in the Friday Night Fun Net.
Thank you, Jimmy. 73.
Okay, are there any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on out. Does anybody have any questions, comments, or traffic or any input they'd like to bring before the net? Okay, I want to mention about the Friday Night Fun Net Central, the Facebook page. This net is being live streamed around the world on the internet, and it's also being recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. I don't know how many people have signed up for it. I think Ricky, WX9RLT, and Brad, N8, well, whatever his call was, he was the one that came up with the Friday Night Fun Net. Some of you older habits know him by WW9WWW or A9G or WW2D or whatever. He's gone through so many call signs, it's pathetic. But anyway, he and Ricky, WX9RLT, are in charge of the Facebook page. Have you seen pictures of of my ham shack and what have you? If you want to sign up for the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page, contact Ricky or Brad. They'll get you signed up. Also, again, this net is being recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. As soon as those of you who missed it, if you want to hear it again, after Mike gets done posting it, you'll be able to hear this net. And like last week's net with Cheese Days, or the net from 2 weeks ago, whatever your favorite memories of high school, you get, hey, every night is Friday night with the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Let me reset. And you can listen to the Friday Night Fun Net all day, every day, all night, every night. Like I said, it's Friday night, every night of the week with the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You can't sleep. I say, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to turn on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page and listen to the net. If that doesn't put you to sleep, I don't know what will. Next, I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. We have no hotline check-in so far tonight. You've seen pictures of it on the Facebook page. The telephone number is area code 815-232-FN 232-3636, local Freeport number. You see pictures of it on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. It's a traditional red desktop touch-tone telephone. When I'm transmitting and you hear it ring, it's a real telephone ring, folks, not that phony baloney cell phone or smartphone ring.
EC9GO.
EC9GO. Larry, what's going on with you?
Just finally had a chance to check in. I know I'm awful late this time.
You're never too early. You're never too late to be worthy of checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. That's our motto. Don't worry about it. That's still going on. It's still in progress. What's going on with you?
Not a whole lot, Jimmy. My wife and I have been watching a movie, and that's about it. How about you? How many you got tonight?
You're checking number 23.
All right. Sounds good. AC9GO.
Okay, sounds good. I'll be getting back to you in a minute here. This is K9G with the Friday Night Fun Net at W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Lockdown. Winnebago, at this moment, Winnebago County Jail is going into lockdown for the night. And all the jailbirds are being put to bed now. Kerry, K9MED was telling me you listened to it last year when we went to Hamfest. He was telling me he listens to the Winnebago County jail frequencies on the scanner. Every night, exactly 10 o'clock, says it's a lockdown. So that's what's going on. Larry, H9GO, will I see you at the Belvedere this Sunday?
Certainly will, Jimmy. Certainly will. Yeah, I'll be there. I understand you're going to have a seat there at the booth.
I don't know. What I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to meet as many people as possible. I don't want to be roving around the Hamfest grounds too much, or I'll be missing people, or otherwise I'll hear them say, we try to look for you, but we miss you. But I said, I'm only interested in one item this year to buy. That's the new Tech Q&A book from ARRL. But other than that, that's about it.
Yeah, I've got an antenna, just part of an antenna I want to buy for putting on the car. Outside of that, I really don't have anything that I need to get.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I've been asking the question, when you go to a Hamfest, what do you look for? Do you look for to buy stuff, or do you want to just meet people or what have you? And K9KCT Larry was asking me to ask everybody, what is the ultimate prize? Well, what do you really want to look for? What piece of equipment do you really want to look for at a Hamfest?
Yeah, I want to win the raffle. C9GO.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I'm going to be getting a ride there. So I'll tell you what. I'm working on a primary plan and I'm working on a backup plan there too. So that's about it, Larry. I definitely will catch you on the rag tune net tomorrow night. Otherwise, hopefully we'll see you this coming Sunday.
Well, I'll see you Sunday anyhow. Seems like there's always something comes up before the rag chew, and I very seldom get a chance to get into that one, but I'll certainly try to be there. And yeah, I know they plan to hold the chair for you there at the booth, and so we'll see you there if not roaming around the fairgrounds there. So anyhow, I'll pass along my 73s because I know you're about to shut things down here pretty quick, I would imagine, and say good evening to you. So take care, Jimmy. AC9GO.
Okay, sounds good. We'll talk to you. If we don't catch you tomorrow night in the rag tune, we'll definitely see you this coming Sunday at Belvedere. Thanks for checking in, Larry. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9GCR. This is KD9 Romeo Papa Papa, Gina, Beloit, Wisconsin. Good evening. In and out, no traffic.
Sunday.
Jimmy, we didn't hear anything after
I'm sorry, I think I doubled with somebody. Come on back.
This is Larry, AC9GO. I said we didn't hear anything right after Gina checked in, except just caught kind of a word at the end of your sentence or something. But anyhow, I don't know if she heard you or not.
I did acknowledge her. KD9RFD Gina, are you still there?
Yes, sir, still here.
Okay, I didn't mean to double over you or anybody or Jim or whatever, but I was asking you, are you going to be going to the Radio Expo at Belvedere this Sunday?
Stop by so we can finally have a face with a voice.
I'm definitely planning on being there. I'll be wearing a red ICOM road crew T-shirt, and then I'll be wearing my yellow cap with the black lettering, Friday Night Fun, that K9RFD. I bought that at the Hamfest last year.
Oh, cool. That'll be fun to see you guys. We will be there. Back to you.
Okay, Gina, 7-3s. Have a good evening. We'll enjoy your weekend. We'll see you Sunday. Hey, thanks for taking in. Any more stations you want to check the Friday Night Fun net? Please go now. Okay, here's what I'm going to, I haven't done this in a while. I want to read the amateur's code. The amateur is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasure of others. The amateur is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and the American Radio Relay League, to which amateur radio is represented. The amateur is progressive. He keeps his station abreast of science. It is well-built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. The amateur is friendly. Excuse me. Slow and patient sending when requested. Friendly advice and the counsel of the beginner. Kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. The amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows it to interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. The amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code, as Tony K9RFD used to say. Some to live by not only on the radio, but throughout life itself. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please go now. Okay, I would like to thank the members of RAW. I'd like to thank Kurt, KD9MED, RAW President, the Board of Trustees, the Board of Directors for allowing me to use this repeater to host the Friday Night Fun net. I'm going to run down a list of check-ins who checked in so far. We've had no early check-ins, and that's okay. K9KZT, K9HKX, KC9QPL, AC9NW, KD9VHH, one of the new kids on the block, I may add, is along with Matt, W9AXD, K9SV, KD9MED, Kerry, the King of Digital DX, KD9MED. He was live streaming this net around the world on the internet and recording it for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. KD9VU, Mike in Janesville, KD9GDY in Boyd, KD9EPZ Al, KE9N, Kurt, the RAW President, and Roscoe, WX9RLT, Ricky, the host of the Winnebago County Skywarn, Northern Illinois Skywarn Training Net. Myself, K9GCR, net control, K9CFL, Mike, K9JZ, or Mike, also Mike. Our two internet check-ins, KF9SD, or keep finding 9 silver dollars at Patrick in Warren, Illinois, and KD9QDS, also checked in on the internet. K9FLO, K9DDF, K9QBE, H9GO, and K9RPP. Let's see, a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 on-air check-ins, 2 internet check-ins, a grand total of 24 check-ins. Not bad for a Friday night for the CFMC Hamfest. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, with that, I'm going to do my honorary check-ins. I forgot to do them last week. Okay. N9ARB, Tony, in our EC, HC honorary check-in. I don't know if he's still out in California or not with those wildfires. It's better have crazy. N9TAB. And we mustn't forget the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club, south of Rockford. Scott, A9, Silver Fox, HC honorary check-in. Let's see. K9FEO, Justin, HC honorary check-in. And one of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in every Friday night, but he does listen every Friday night. Richard, N9ZO, HC honorary check-in. He's checking number 29. I will definitely see him on this Sunday at the Hamfest. W9KLG, Kevin, you must forgot to check in tonight. I put him down. And let's see, KD9LOA, Brandon, HC honorary check-in, and in McConnell, KD9OVJ, John McConnell, HC honorary check-in. Okay. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter at your convenience store. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter at your local post office when you go to buy your stamps or envelopes. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, and your imams. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your garage mechanic, your used car dealer, your new car dealer. Okay, be sure you tell your tax consultant, your stockbroker. Be sure you tell your bank cashier when you go get money at your local bank. Be sure you tell your divorce lawyer, your probation officer, your parole officer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, and of course your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun Net. More check-ins are better than that. Make sure you have valid FCC license before you check in. Folks, sorry, but we do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, craggy heads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. If you take a knee or clench your fist when the national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. If you don't back the blue, we don't take your check-ins. That is as simple as that. want to thank everybody for checking in. It's a very great net tonight. Radio Expo. I hope to see everybody there. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'll catch everybody tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on this repeater for the Saturday Evening Ride Net. If not, I will definitely see you Sunday at the Belvedere Hamfest. Otherwise, I will catch you next Friday night on the Friday Night Fun Net, as well as the other nets in the area. Okay. This is the last call for any stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region with route traffic. Please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchetjaw. Okay, tune in again next week, same time, same repeater for another edition of Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR. Net control of Friday Night Fun Net. I'll catch you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on the Saturday Evening Ride Net. If not, I will definitely see you this coming Sunday at the Belvedere Hamfest. Otherwise, we'll catch you next Friday night. With that, I am now closing down this Friday, this Radio Expo edition of the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, September 23rd, 2022. The first Friday of fall. Shudder to think of it. And return to the repeater to the frequency of normal amateur radio use at 10:18 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 3 hours, 18 minutes Zulu time with a total of 32 check-ins overall. 7-3s, everybody. This net is now closed. The repeater is now open for normal amateur radio use. 7-3s, everybody. This is K9GCR saying 7-3s to all, and to all a good night. K9MED, K9MED, K9GCR. Go ahead and post it. The 2-hour, 18-minute net, and it was a total of 32 check-ins overall. Okay, thanks for all you do. I'll definitely try to see you this coming Sunday. K9GCR, because 7-3 is gonna